Alright, so what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to another Pokemon video, and very excited. Very excited because Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee have been revealed, announced, confirmed at a, what was it, like a Pokemon conference?
Yeah,
and
it was going over the Pokemon games of the future.
And there's 3 games that came out, but we're only going to be covering, I'm only going to make like 2 videos because there is this video right here, we talk about Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and then there's the other one that talks about the Nintendo Switch game, like the actual Gen 8 game, because apparently,
quote-unquote Gen 8.
Quote-unquote Gen 8, but apparently this is just a, I guess a filler. This is actually a filler game. But let's get into it right now. Ndukauba, Mikey, everybody say hi.
Hello. What's popping, people? Hello.
Links to both of their social medias, Twitches, YouTubes, will be in the description below. Go check them out. If you guys have any input or any feedback or anything that's being said in this video from the details that we talk about regarding Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, definitely let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for Pokemon content and leave a like for the boy. So let's get into this. This is coming straight from Sarah B, automatically, like right after the conference just got done. My voice is kind of hoarse, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's like we were yelling. I know y'all saw my reaction, but anyway, it reads: the Nintendo Switch games have finally been announced. These games of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are set in the original Kanto region as a remake of Pokemon Yellow and the first new release in the region since 2009's Heart Gold and Soul Silver. These games feature co-op locally as well as a new device like a Pokeball called the Pokeball Plus that lets you take your Pokemon around with you in Pokemon Go and can be used in Pokemon Go Plus. You can also send your Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Go Park, that's inside the game, obviously, inside both of the games, and pretty much, first of all, let me continue, because I actually have a lot to say about that. They can be played with just one Joy-Con, and capture is done by flicking the Joy-Con like a Pokeball or like Pokemon Go. Both the trainer and your partner Pikachu and Eevee can be customized, and it is set to come out in November 16th. Also, because these are we're recording this as new information is coming out, it has been confirmed that the game will only feature the first 151 Pokemon plus some Alolan Pokemon forms as well. It is confirmed there are no wild Pokemon battles, just captures, but there will be Pokemon trainer battles, and it will also not have Wi-Fi, no Wi-Fi compatibility, and apparently there's supposed to be like a new Pokemon never before seen in these games, and that's literally it. So right now, I'm pretty sure I'll just let Mikey and Ndukauba ricochet off anything, because it's up to y'all what y'all want to talk about. But I know for me personally, let's talk about, first of all, the Pokeball Plus. Woo! Let's talk about that, because if you guys don't know what that is, like I said in the description, literally you're able to transfer your Pokemon Go Pokemon from your Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Eevee to each other. You basically can send them back and forth, put them in whatever game you want. You can obviously, you can either go outside or you can stay inside. It's all up to you at this point. Or if you want to take your Joy-Con or your pad anywhere, you can literally just play both of them at the same time. But it's one of those things where it's like, you can literally migrate them back and forth. And I feel like that's really good, because we haven't had that since, I want to say, 4th Gen's PAL Park. Or 4th Gen's, I forgot what's the name of that one spot that you go to that's like down south of the region that you can like put in your Game Boy in.
I have no idea. I forget. I forget. It's so.
But y'all know what I'm talking about, though, right? Like,
yeah.
It's like the little center that you can like literally put your Game Boy at the bottom of the DS. You can go all the way down to the south of like Sinnoh, and you can obviously migrate your Pokemon in there. You can catch them. But in this scenario, you can send them back and forth. I feel like that's really cool. We haven't seen that in a long ass time, especially since like, hey, since they're incorporating that Pokemon Go-esque style when it comes to catching wild Pokemon. It's like, oh hey, here's a fucking Executor. Oh shit, this Executor is fire as hell. Let's catch it, and then you send it to your Pokemon Go, and it has like 2,000 CP or something that helps with more gyms and whatever. And the stronger that it gets, you can send them back and forth between the games. I personally, that's like a dope ass idea to me.
No, see, the thing I like is the fact that, one, I mean, Pokemon Go they tried to do something similar with Pokemon Go Plus, the accessory, because with the accessory, you know, if you had it with you, you're going around, it would detect if there was a Pokemon nearby, and of course, like, if you caught it, you caught it, if you didn't, you didn't. But in this, it's a lot more fleshed out than what that offered, and I think it's really cool. And even like the details that it shows, like you know, you can use it as, you know, a quote-unquote Joy-Con. You know, you can actually use it to capture Pokemon in game, whatnot, and like small tidbits like if you capture the Pokemon, like the Pokeball Plus, I gotta remember that name. Like, it glows. Like, I remember Mikey was saying that earlier, which is I think that's so freaking dope. And there's a lot of other things that go in tandem with it, like to kind of snowball off of that is like with the Pokemon Go integration, you're able to migrate your Pokemon from that game into Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Oh, I can't wait for that, because I got some legends in Pokemon Go. I need them in Let's Go Eevee. Just letting all you guys know, if you're not getting Let's Go Eevee, something's wrong with you. But,
I'm definitely going Let's Go Pikachu, my G.
I'm going Eevee.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I mean,
Team
that's
Eevee.
totally fine. I'm the only
Team
one nigga going
Eevee.
Pikachu. Red won that battle. I'm sorry. Anyway, hey, we can go there. But how do you feel about it, Mikey?
I feel great, honestly. Like, this is the first time since what? Maybe definitely X and Y that I've been genuinely excited for a Pokemon game. I'm just gonna put that on the table. I did not care for really Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I was a little bit excited for Sun and Moon, but then I played it and I was just like, it's not it wasn't for me. It definitely was not for me. So, like, we going back to Kanto this round. I will say about the what is it? The Pokeball Plus, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Dog, that to me is like a Joy-Con mixed with an amiibo, and like it's essentially what it is, because it holds data of the Pokemon that you put on there, but you can also use it as a Joy-Con, so which is really, really dope. As far as the the online, that is, I feel like, I don't think that's set in stone. That could definitely be one of those to be determined type things, because you got to think about it, man. It's Pokemon. There are definitely more than 151, and you would think in this age and era of, where Nintendo Switch is headed with their online capabilities, it's gonna have to have DLC. It's gonna have to have DLC at some point, because Pokemon Go had DLC. With
so you're saying like as the game updates,
yes,
the game will update too.
Yes. So
like say like for instance like since it'll only feature the 151 Pokemon, what if you could bring your other region Pokemon in there also?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so kind of like a real reboot in a way, because like back in the day, like you could only you couldn't even bring it's kind of like a backwards like old ass tradition thing where like you couldn't bring Gen 2 to Gen 1. Right. Otherwise it would break your shit. But this isn't that. It's the exact same generation in a sense, because Pokemon Go is a whole different thing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like you said, it's a reboot. So they're definitely doing things a different way this time around, and I'm actually all for it. Like the no trainer battles, not the no trainer battles, but the no wild battles. It's just like the Pokemon Go thing where you catch the Pokemon with the Pokeball, but there's essentially going to be a story. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a story because Team Rocket's there. So you go through Kanto.
It is Pokemon Yellow. I don't know what.
Yeah. You go through it and you catch a Pokemon and train them up, and like the battles are there. You guys can see in the trailer that the battles are there for just in game. So it's going to be a nice fresh take on how Pokemon is being reimagined, and the characters, the fluidity of everything.
Let's speak about that.
Let's speak about that. Beautiful.
Because if you guys don't know, they also had talked about how trainer customization along with Pokemon customization. Well, I think it's only regarding like Pikachu and Eevee can be customized, but you can customize your partner. You and your partner can get customized. I think that's really dope. For me, IMO, that's really, really cool for me. I don't know. It's like a little small thing, because I guess it's one of those things where it's like, at this point, trainer customization is a staple now. Like it has to be. You can't have these type of games and not give these people these customization options. And I think going one step further with the partner, you can have like your Eevee and your Pikachu. I feel like that is like more of a. It maybe adds more to the experience. Like Pokemon's always about the experience. So like the more in tune you are with your character and your partner Pokemon, the more in tune you are with your experience of gameplay. IMO. But my question is, I'm sorry, shit. How do you guys feel about the Joy-Cons? How do you guys feel about like friends being played and the details and all of that?
I got plenty to say about this.
I'm talking about that. King, pop off.
Look, see, before I get into it, I do just want to say, because you did say earlier that the game doesn't have online multiplayer, and in that regard, I think is a missed opportunity. Again, that's something that they could patch in on a later date, but like this type of game and having it be like actual co-op, like with the fact that you can play the game practically with one Joy-Con, you can hand the other Joy-Con to somebody else, bam, you got two people on the screen at once playing Pokemon, which has never been done before, which I think is clean. Like I think it's a missed opportunity for them to actually include like online multiplayer, because when you think about it, and I think in the last discussion video that we have, like I said it too, like we live in a day and age where we're not able to always go over to people's places. So we can't just be like, hey, come through, we're gonna play some Pokemon, I got another Joy-Con, you can hop in. No, it's like if I got somebody who's like my homie from Europe, I'm gonna play with him, but I can't do so because they're not in the States. So I think in that regard, that's a big mistake, and I hope to God that they patch online support in the game. But in concept, though, just in a general retrospect, co-op in Pokemon, bro. Oh my, you get like, I like the fact that when you go after a Pokemon, right? It's not like, oh, who can snag the Pokemon first? Nah, we can both, get the Pokemon if we both try. Or, just run in and do like co-op battles. That crap is dope, bro. Oh my God. I'm so freaking hyped for the co-op aspect because it looks so freaking good, bro.
It really does look amazing.
Oh my.
That shit is phenomenal. I think for me, honestly, I'm like, when I play through it, everybody, you guys already know when we do like the playthroughs on release date, it's more than likely going to be just, regular solo play in general, right? But say for instance, like, I like, say for instance, like we go out of town or something like that and somebody brings their Switch, everybody's playing Pokemon Go that trip, and it's like, okay, cool, yo, who got their Switch on them, who got, let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee, sync that shit up, everybody put their stuff in there, and I feel like that is going to be just dope, because like I said, it adds to like the overall experience. It's going to be really, really cool. I think, so okay, so aside from like the Joy-Cons and like everything like that, how do you guys feel about the battling being only a trainer thing and the catching being only a wild thing? Because we saw what the gameplay looks like. That shit looks that shit looks really good. That shit looks great. From the trailer, that little gameplay like battle snippet, and they were like showing like of Team Rocket and all the trainers or whatever, that was really cool to me. I really did like that. And it's like I have zero issues with not being able to battle wild Pokemon, because I feel like Pokemon Go, in a way is like I was talking to I think me and Toasty, we were doing like the Dragon Ball podcast, self plug or whatever, shout out my boy. But essentially it was like, he was asking me like, how do you think it would be integrated? And my thing is, honestly, Pokemon Go's type of capture style reminds me of the Safari Zone. Because in the Safari Zone, you don't battle Pokemon. You throw rocks, you throw balls, you throw berries, you run, and it's like those options are great, because it's like, okay, that I feel like that should be any type of thing, because now it's like, okay, cool, I'm in the wild Pokemon, let's say I'm going to Viridian Forest like that, it's a Pidgey comes out, oh hey, it's a Pidgey, I can either choose to throw a Pinette Berry, I can either run, I can hit you with a rock, I can throw some bait, what you want, King, and it's all just comes down to just how you throw your balls and how it's more of a technique now when it comes to catching Pokemon, So it's like, I have zero issues with that, because now battles in this game can seem a lot more battle-esque, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, cool, not every Pokemon warrants a battle, but when we do battle, it's time to get down, because niggas know how to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. But, you know, now we don't have to do this to try to window down Pokemon, lose out on Pokemon. Now it's optional, because you can run away now, unless they run away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. Just it seems like a good idea because it works. I mean, like, proof of that is Pokemon Go. You know, Pokemon Go was a brand new concept.
Still.
Yeah, it was a brand new concept that came out in 2016, and it took the world by storm. And the thing is, the capture system in that game worked well because, like you said, it's much like the Safari Zone. It's you got the berries, you got your Pokeballs, and of course, like, if you couldn't do nothing, you couldn't get the Pokemon. If you were lucky, you got them. You know,
right.
So to integrate that into Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is good because we know it's a system that works. Now, I get where people might be, you know, kind of conflicted because at the same time, the battling system to get Pokemon works as well. But they did say, like, many months ago that with this game, they want to try something new. So, well, I don't know if it's particularly this game or, you know, like the next game, but even so, like, this is them trying something new. And I don't think that it's going to, like, fall short on anybody's standards. Like, I think it's going to work well because much like in Pokemon Go, you are able to still, you know, the Pokemon still have IVs and EVs. You're able to level them up based on their CP, which is their power level, and so on and so forth. And of course, in that game, you're able to battle if you go to a gym and, you know, take over the gym that way. I think it's going to work similarly with this game. Whereas, you know, you capture Pokemon. I don't know if they're going to do, like, the whole, like, if you send a Pokemon to, like, you know, the professor, then you get, like, the orbs of that Pokemon and you level them up that way. I don't know how they're going to do that, but just in a retrospect, you you capture Pokemon, you capture multiple ones to power up, you know, said Pokemon, then you take them, fight them against trainers, all sorts of stuff like that. I think it's going to be more so in that realm than it is in the traditional realm, like, you know, like all the other generations. I mean, it'll still work because we know it works.
Right. My thing is, I don't know how they're going to handle grinding.
That was another question I saw a lot when people were like, you know, they were kind of disappointed because grinding is such a thing where it's like unless you're going straight through the game, you know, battling all the trainers or whatever, grinding is essential in like any RPG kind of style game. Yep. So it's like, how are we gonna remake Yellow if there is no grinding whatsoever? Because you still need to grind in Yellow.
Yeah.
And unless they're making it to where like every time you catch a Pokemon, you get experience, or every time you win a battle, everybody gets experience. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that, where like the EXP all is incorporated. Yeah. Then like grinding's kind of taking like a back burner. Honestly, like I can only see the EXP all being the only solution to anything grind wise, because I know when everybody was complaining about X and Y, Oris, and Sun and Moon being too easy, the EXP all was the main issue, was the main resolve there. Just turn that off. But this might be a game where you can't turn it off in general, which I don't have an issue with because I don't care for difficulty in Pokemon Metaphysically, so it's whatever, it's fine.
I'm sure they got something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that something's gonna happen. But the last question for the both of you, and I guess for me myself as well, is the Pokemon that has never seen before. Are we expecting it to be the tease to Gen 8? Or another like evolution?
I feel like it's just gonna be Gorochu. I think
really.
Yeah, I think the story is gonna go into a way to where either you run into a Gorochu, or you evolve your Pikachu into a Gorochu, or there just may be another evolution of Eevee as well for for the respective games.
Okay.
So I feel like it's going to be one of those ones where you can only get it on this game, you can only get it on that game, which is why, you know, they're being, I guess, secretive about, you know, what Pokemon it is. So I don't know. I feel like in both of them, it's just like they are.
All right. So my rebuttal to that, right? Pokemon Colors or Pokemon XD. Pokemon XD, before 4th Gen was announced, we got Munchlax and we got Bondslide. Those are spin-off games. Those are the only two Pokemon that we had no idea what the fuck they were. In XD Coliseum or in XD just regular, Bonsly was this insignificant character. He was just shown to look around, so was Munchlax. We didn't get any confirmation or any news about them until Diamond and Pearl got announced. Literally, this is because these are pretty much confirmed spin-off games at this point. I think they might be calling back to that old tactic. You know what I'm saying? Like they've done it before. Like they've shown Pokemon, like even in the anime, certain Pokemon were supposed to be shown until Gen 2.
Right. Yep.
And so on and so forth. And like I said, in XD, we got Bonsly and we got Munchlax a year early. That's a big thing, right? And since this is supposed to be the filler game until the 2019 game, because you guys don't know, there are 2 Pokemon games coming out this year. There's Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Then there's that Pokemon Quest game
that just dropped like a few
and
minutes
they
ago.
just dropped on Switch, by the way.
Playing it right now.
So those are 2 Pokemon games already. But then there is the main game that everybody wants, and that's set for 2019. So
wait. I have to cut you off real quick because I have to say this. Just remember, guys, that this is not the main game. Like 2019 is gonna be like the game.
Yeah, exactly.
These graphics are the new standard. Like let that sink in. These graphics are the new standard.
Honestly, I would argue this is the foundation for it.
Absolutely.
When we get whatever they got for us in 2019 is going to be this and beyond. I feel this is me. Mm-hmm. So it's like so to go back to the never before seen Pokemon trick, they've done it several times before. That game, that Pokemon is going to be in that game for the next year or whatever. Is going to be shown in whatever movie that's coming out, whether it's the new one or the next one that comes out afterwards. Is going to be shown in whatever special and or trailer or whatever, and it's going to be the introduction to 2019's main Pokemon Generation 8 release. That's my guess.
I see it. Because I mean, like with Gen 1 to Gen 2, they technically did it with 2 Pokemon. I mean, like you said, they did it with Togepi, and then they didn't necessarily do it, but it ended up leading to being a legendary Pokemon in Gen 2, which was Ho-Oh. So yeah, I definitely see them doing like a Gen 8 Pokemon being in this game as like the never before seen Pokemon leading to, Gen 8. But at the same time, I do also see them trying to implement Gorachu, because I mean they did say, like he was supposed to be the evolution of Pikachu, or not Pikachu, Raichu, and then it was gonna go from there. But as we know, no Pokemon in the Pokemon series has a 4th tier evolution, so it would be cool to see them implement it, because for all we know, Gen 8 could be that generation that gives us that brand new level of evolution. Not necessarily mega evolution, and definitely not like a Alolan forms, but a legitimate full-fledged beyond transformation, which could be after Raichu.
It's kind of I honestly 100% agree. Like it's kind of like in a sense poetic, where it's like this could be an evolution for the next game, and then like this is the generation we're supposed to be getting the 4th gen remakes, and what did the 4th gen remakes, or what did the 4th gen game gave to us? Evolutions. Final evolutions at that. So I'm all for it personally. Honestly, even if these are spin-offs, dog, I don't give a fuck. I do not care. I'm excited about these if they were actual main series games. Shout out Kanto Gang, hashtag Kanto Gang shirts coming soon.
Wait, last thing I have to say, just to snowball off of what you said, because I know people will have some doubt about that being a possibility, the whole Gorachu thing. Like you said, Gen 4 gave us final evolutions, like the 3rd tier. Just remember that, again, Gen 2 gave us pre-evolutions. Gen 4 gave us the final evolutions for a lot of Pokemon, like the 3rd tier. And then we got, Mega Evolution in Gen 6. We got Alolan forms in, Gen 7. Anything is possible. At that point, there is no impossibility for there to make a 4th tier evolution, because it's entirely possible. I just hope to God that they do it properly. That's all I gotta say. Like I think I've said enough.
I feel like they got it. Well, that's gonna be it for everybody. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys did. Ndukauba and Mikey's links will be in the description section below.
Hey.
We will have some more Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee updates as the news does roll out.
Team
we
Eevee.
Also have no, fuck that, dude. Matter of fact, let me know in the comment section, what are you guys? Team Eevee, Team Pikachu? I just want to let y'all know, Red did win that battle, so you guys know how this is going to go. Kanto gang shirts coming soon. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Light the leaf, we blowing tree, and you can call it therapy. Take a sip, or 2 or 3. I close my eyes, I feel at peace. Break down the weed, pass the Dutch, we putting on it. The fuck is up?